Welcome. It's already March and the heart of the PPG fly-in season is about to kick off. I wanted to share a summary of last year's fly-in season as a warm-up for this year. But the focus of this video will be a first-person view from Susan and myself of what it's like to fly a paramotor at the world's largest air show, EAA Airventure Oshkosh. I'll briefly cover the safety protocols they have at the field to keep everyone safe and share an example of how they work to help Susan avoid a potentially disastrous situation. A quick summary of our fly-in schedule last year. Susan attended Bad Apples in May with a goal to bring awareness to Aurora PPG and its mission to get more women and girls into the sport of powered paragliding. Thanks to all of you out there for your support of Aurora PPG. In July, the week before Airventure, we attended the Northern Lights fly-in in Wisconsin at Tomahawk Regional Airport, hosted by Eric and Jade Lear. Then on our way home, we stopped at Airventure Oshkosh for a few days. And then again in Illinois, we stopped for a one-night stay at Brian Hoatlin's airport, Percival Springs. Go check out Brian's channel and learn more about what he has planned at the airport this year. In August, we attended the 7th annual Moonshiners Fly-in in Mountain City, Tennessee. And then later in August, Aurora PPG hosted their first fly-in at Jersey Shore Airport in Pennsylvania. Now, let's get to the video and see what it's like to fly a paramotor from the ultralight field at the world's largest air show, Airventure Oshkosh. And let's see what happened to Susan as she starts to inflate her wing on launch. So there's Susan, lined up right behind me, ready to launch. You can see how there are at least 20 to 25 pilots laying their wings out at a 45-degree angle to the runway, all preparing to launch. Air marshals with orange vests on the field would give each pilot a clear to launch signal with a green paddle. There was a group of Civil Air Patrol cadets helping run this operation. All pilots are required to attend a safety briefing covering the protocol for operations at the ultralight field. There are also short briefings before every flight session to cover weather and any safety updates or changes pilots should be aware of. So the wind was coming from our left, so none of the pilots were able to launch directly into the wind. This made for a more challenging launch than it appeared. I was getting a little concerned with all the pilots before me who had blown launches. Now, let's watch the launch. You'll see the cadet in the orange vest flip the paddle from green to red to give me the go-ahead.
Jag kommer igen. Everybody makes a perfect landing. I know that.
Paramotor set up. What they're doing is bringing that wing up. They're going to pull a little bit of brake on the toggle. That'll deform the wing just enough to create more lift to get them popping off the ground.
Clear prop.
So, did you see that? Susan was just about to roll on full power and commit to the launch when the cadet changed his paddle from green to red, and an air marshal was also waving her off. To her left, from further down the runway, a powered parachute was also launching. Let's check it out one more time from the ground cam.
Hey, you made out of front. Oh, no. Start running. Oh, we have to hook it today. Let's go. Let the cars be over this time.
After some help from another pilot, Susan was set up again to give it another go. After Susan's aborted launch, the air marshals quickly launched several other powered parachutes that were ready. So powered parachutes are quite a bit faster than their powered paragliding little brothers, and fitting us all in together was a little bit of a challenge, but the ground crews did a great job of keeping us separated and safe at the LZ. Let's watch Susan send it.
further away to where I would love to get my instructions. I'm technically halfway there. I have my... What I've noticed is when you teach somebody to fly, the person that you're teaching is so excited that they get to fly. The other thing that a lot of people don't realize is these instructors, all the people that you see.
go and talk to the makers of some of these aircraft and airplanes, airmotors, airjets, all of those things. Head up and down these aisles, get some more information on some things that you might be interested in. Find out how affordable it is, that you might even be able to take them home with you at the end of the show to use.
Section 1.1. It is
Where's your wheel?
a lot of people that are, upper BlackHawkAeromotor.com. All right, perfect. Well, thanks, Mike. Appreciate it. And yeah, we'll take a look at that motor. We'll see how that's working for you. airport to take off here.
We have a forum tent just
Kevin,
Trike is pretty comfortable.
you won't believe what happened on my first launch attempt.
When we were avoiding,
You blew it?
No. No. Perfect inflation. I'm getting ready to go forward, and then I get red flags in front of me because there's a power parachute that was going to cut me off, and they had to kill me. So I let her lay my wing out, and then, yeah, I nailed my launch.
The middle of it, and then they're like,
God, that power parachute, they'll cut me off.
what?
Because after that, so I turn around, I'm getting my wing light out, and I look down,
Oh,
and a leg strap comes loose.
oh crap.
So it's like, of everything I was
All
doing.
these things that happen.
Well, no, I was trying to be so deliberate.
Let me talk about the briefing a little bit. So I didn't really give a lot of detail into that, but they had a PowerPoint presentation. They presented slides. I put some of that in a slideshow in the beginning of the video, but there was two traffic patterns. There was a long traffic pattern and a short traffic pattern. And we were encouraged to do the short traffic pattern because we're so slow. I did do the long pattern a couple times. And I will say, even though we had overhead satellite images of the pattern and all that, it's pretty overwhelming when you get off the ground and you look around, and it's quite the sight to see. There's thousands of airplanes everywhere, thousands of campers, and your first inclination is, oh no, I shouldn't fly over any of this stuff. And of course, you shouldn't fly over the aircraft that were parked on the ground, things like that. We were told to avoid that. And so it was a little unnerving. Our short traffic pattern actually did take us over some of the camping area. I think we were supposed to follow a road, and then there was an oak tree that we were referencing. So on that first pattern, I think all of us were a little confused. As long as they had defined a box for us to stay in, and for the most part, as long as we were in that box, we were going to be okay. We also had to stay below a certain altitude. I believe it was 500 feet. Because the entire time we're flying, this was like 8 to 8:30 in the morning, there was aircraft coming in to the airport. So there was airplanes up there. Of course, the traffic was kept on the other side of the runway. So it's all very well coordinated. You know, if you're going to fly at Oshkosh, follow the rules, be hyper alert, keep your head on a swivel. It is no time to show off or do anything silly like that. You're just there to take part in something that not a lot of people get to do. It is an incredible thing. It's a bucket list item. And we only flew once. We thought about flying one of the other days, but, you know, we had checked that off our list, and it was pretty amazing. You know, one thing I will say that I didn't mention earlier, the fires up in Canada were going on at this time. So the day we flew, it was quite hazy, a lot of smoke still coming from those fires up north. So anyway, again, the safety briefings were great. They did a good job of keeping everybody safe. And yeah, it was fun. I'm very glad I did it. It was amazing to see how many campers are out there. Camping in Camp Scholler was fun. Just a huge event. You know, again, it was almost like going to your state fair. I don't know if wherever you're from, if you have a big one, but there is so many people there, and it's just all airplanes. It's everything aviation. Warbirds, pretty much anything that flies was probably there. If you've never been to Oshkosh, if you get a chance, you should go do it. Be prepared to walk. They have trolleys and trams and stuff that move you around, the shuttles, but most of the time they're packed full, so you just got to put your walking shoes on. So anyway, it was a fun time, and we'll definitely attend again. I think this year we're going to go to Sun and Fun, which is slightly smaller, different atmosphere. I've been to that one before. That one's awesome too. If you haven't been to Sun and Fun down in Florida at Lakeland, you're missing out. But anyway, thanks for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this. And if you get a chance, if you ever have the opportunity, you should attend Oshkosh up in Wisconsin. It's quite the event. If you really want to get the real experience, go there and camp. and spend a few days because it's going to take that long. Make sure you get one of the night shows in. You want to see the night air show. It's amazing. And yeah, I encourage you to go. So anyway, take care and thank you.
I see we were over here yesterday, but I think I was all focused on that side.
Yeah, Husky.
With the Huskies and...
There's Whip Air.
Yeah, I saw that yesterday.
You make it right here?
Yeah. Not working yesterday and they had to cancel all the rides.
The smoke jet is directly attached to their legs and remotely triggered from the ground. Let them hear it, folks.